Hey Gwendolyn, nice to meet you. You're the next one up here on the podcast, Rams Rewind. Thank you for joining me.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
Now you took some time. You just worked all day, right? You took time off your busy day here.
Yes, yeah, I've been working at a doctor's office right outside of Framingham this summer doing an internship, so it's been really awesome.
So you stayed in the area.
Yes, yep. I am living at right off campus in a house in Framingham.
That's great, great stuff.
Yeah.
So, I looked up where you're from. I thought I knew where you're from because I'm from Massachusetts, but I had never heard of Ashley Falls. But now I know where Mount Everett High School is, so kind of in that same area.
Yep, yep. I went to Mount Everett.
Yep.
Yeah, and I come from the little town in Western Mass, so Framingham's a little outside of my comfort zone, but I've loved it.
Yeah. Didn't they shoot Dexter out towards where you lived?
I think so. A
Yeah.
couple towns over.
Nice. So what's it like coming to Framingham after growing up in a small town?
Yeah, it was definitely weird at first. I graduated with 44 kids in my graduating class.
Wow.
So we are really little. But I knew I wanted to stay kind of smaller. Um, and I did a visit in like October or November of my senior year, and I absolutely loved it. Um, and yeah, I ended up there, and I actually do love the Boston area. As someone from Western Mass, I never really got to explore that while I was younger. So
Yeah.
other than to go to like a Red Sox game here or there, so we've gotten to actually like go into the city and see all the things that Boston has to offer. And Framingham's in the perfect location, 15, 20 minutes outside of the city. So I've loved it.
Now, I was going to say that it's right in the middle, Worcester and Boston, so you're best of both worlds.
Yes, it definitely is.
What speaking of that, Boston, what are some of the things you've done there that you really enjoyed?
Well, of course, the Red Sox. We've
Yeah.
loved the Red Sox. I don't know if Cam told you, but her and I are roommates. And she is a Red Sox ball girl.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So yep, so we go in there a lot to watch games, especially the ones that she's working. I actually made it to the Garden for the first time this year and watched the Celtics. Um, we've walked around and just kind of explored. We're hoping to try some food. In some different places and in the end of the summer and school year. We always go into the city for insomnia cookie. I
Oh
don't know if
yeah.
you've ever had that.
I've heard. Yep.
We make frequent trips there too.
Now, how come you weren't able to be a ball girl? How's that process work?
Cam became a ball girl last summer. There was an opening with, I think, a coach that had coached her in summer ball or something, had
Mm.
put it out, and it just worked out with her schedule. I think it's anyone who plays college softball can do it. So maybe someday I'll end up there, but it didn't really work out with my schedule with the doctor's office this summer. So that would
It's
be cool
all,
though.
yeah, it's a lot. You can be viral for good and bad if you field one that's fair ball, which
Yes,
happens.
yes.
Yeah. So let's get to sports. I mean, like your roommate, the both of you playing basketball and baseball, and man, what a year the basketball team had. You guys didn't lose the second semester until the tournament there, but that run in that second semester was unbelievable.
Yeah, it was. We had a great year. I think our freshman year, my freshman year was also 2 years ago. Great year. We had a really strong senior class, and we weren't, we lost our top two or three top scorers. So we weren't really sure what we were heading into this year with, and um, I think we had confidence in ourselves, and a lot of people I don't think knew we were going to be as good as we were.
Yeah.
Um, but we had a couple tough games at the beginning of the season, and then we kind of clicked right before conference started and never looked back.
Did it have that feeling like every once you got in a roll, like we'll win? I mean,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
we kind of were in that spot where like no one's gonna beat us if we play how we're supposed to play.
yeah.
Um, we played a couple of good NESCAC teams that this past season, new MAC teams that just like in the past we shouldn't have had any chance of being in a game, and we played some really tough games with them. So I think we were like, yeah, we can do this.
That's great. And
Yeah.
you had it individually. I mean, you had a big year setting the single season assist record. Congrats.
Thank you, thank you. I have plenty of people who can score the ball for me, so it
Yeah.
makes it easy.
Yeah. I was gonna say that's kind of a team thing, isn't it?
Oh yes, yes. I've got. I mean, our five that we had last year was pretty incredible, and I mean, I could give the ball to anyone, and anyone was going to score. So it made my job pretty easy.
Yeah, no, it's kind of a weird statistic where you kind of need, if you don't have a lot of assists, that doesn't mean you're a bad passer. It just might mean you don't
Yeah,
have great
yeah.
scorers. Yeah.
No, I have great scorers around me, so it made my life easy.
Yeah, and your life changed from freshman to sophomore year. I mean, you didn't start any games, and then the second year
Yeah,
completely
yeah,
changed.
yeah. Like I said, we had a really good senior class my freshman year, and I learned so much from them. One of them is the assistant coach now,
Yeah,
Emily. Um, so I learned so much from them. I mean, the game is so different from high school to college, um, so it takes a minute to kind of get adjusted to that. And I got minutes here and there freshman year, and I got to see what it was really like. Um, and then obviously we had that COVID year, so we did have that year where we didn't play. Um, so we kind of lost in that aspect, but it gave us the year to
yeah.
mature as players as well. So definitely a different year, and I really learned so much from all those girls who came before me.
Is it simple to say how the game is different from college to high school because it's just a better product?
Yes, and I mean, the biggest difference is it's so much faster.
Yeah,
Like it's just everything that happens is so much faster, and the defense is so much better than it was in high school.
yeah,
So it's funny, like we say, we get to school and we start and we're doing some practices and some workouts, and you can literally pick out like those are the girls that just came from high school because it is crazy. It's so different. But
yeah.
once you get in the swing of it, you're like, okay, got this.
Yeah, I have some experience watching and broadcasting women's basketball, and I noticed the defense is something that from high school to college is so yeah,
It's so different. And I mean, especially we played out at Williams College this past year, and we played Hamilton and Williams, and it was the best defense that we've seen in our college careers. I mean, we were like, how are we going to score?
yeah,
So to even like have that and like those teams focus on defense, like they're unreal. So it was good for us to kind of get exposed to that and be like, yeah, we should start playing defense like that.
yeah. Softball, you had a great year. Similar run for the softball team too. I mean, that was an impressive season.
Yes, that was a crazy season. It all came together at the right time. We dropped some games that we should have won in the beginning of the year, middle of the year, but right in the end there we figured it out, and some things just happen at the right time.
Yeah, I know. I mean, softball and baseball are similar where sometimes it's just crazy plays. It can, your margin of error is so small.
And it's like you could just get on a hitting streak that doesn't end. And I kind of had that happen towards the end of the season in the playoffs. I would literally stick my bat out and it'd go over the first baseman's head, and I'd be like, it just happens. That's
Yeah.
how you're you're hitting well.
Yeah. Or you'll line out 6 times.
Yeah, and yep. So on the other side, there's always the slump too. But we had a great end of the year. It was really fun.
How hard is that to go right from basketball, especially with that run right into softball? Are you kind of used to that by now?
Well, it was funny this year because this was really my first year doing the right from basketball right to softball. My
Yeah.
freshman year, I played the full year of basketball, and then softball got canceled. And then my sophomore year, basketball was canceled in the winter, but I was able to do softball in the spring. So I actually this past year, this was my first time doing the jump from one to the other, and it was crazy.
Yeah.
I think once you do it a couple of times, you get a little more used to it. But it was I think we played in the NCAA tournament on that Friday night. We lost, got back Saturday, and then softball had a scrimmage at Wheaton College on that Sunday. So like right away, we were going from one sport to the other.
Yeah.
Um, but it's definitely the coaches make it really easy to transition, and we jump into things during basketball that we can. We take swings and do what
Yep.
we can. But like I said, the coaches are awesome about it. They get us in being able to do whatever we can for both sports. So it's an easy transition for that on that side of things.
You guys do a lot of group things together, go out, or I mean, I know not everyone's best friends on the team. I know how that works with sports, but I'm sure you have
Yeah.
little things you guys do, right?
Yes, Cam and I are very close. We live with uh 3 or 4 other basketball players, so there's 6 of us in our house.
Okay.
The team overall, the basketball team overall, very close. We kind of move in groups. We do everything together on
That's
campus,
great.
off campus. The softball team is also very close. We had a bunch of freshmen this year, so that was fun, kind of getting to introduce them to everything. But yeah, we definitely we move in packs. That's people always say when there's one of us, the rest of us are coming behind. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And Framingham State's kind of that family environment, isn't it?
it's the best thing about it. I said that, and I will say it to the day I die, like the people that I've met at Framingham State are the best people there are. And I mean, ultimately that was what made me want to go to that school and play for Framingham, was that the people are just awesome. And that,
Yeah.
we joke about the family, but like it really is, you leave home and you have your home away from home, and it really has become my second home. And I've spent more time there now than I have from at my actual home. But the people are just amazing.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of the recruiting trips on Twitter and how people are excited, and you hope that athlete ends up coming here. Do you guys help out with any of those recruiting trips?
Yes, we do. We do a lot of
Yeah.
recruiting stuff. Especially with softball, we're kind of in charge of giving the campus tour and taking them um, to the dining hall and eating. In the past, when there were overnights, we would host recruits. My freshman year, we hosted recruits from softball and basketball. Um, and it's funny because we all talk about, everyone on the team talks about their recruit night, like
Yeah.
when we did our overnight and who we stayed with and what we did. And it's funny because we just end up doing the same things because everyone loves it, and that's ultimately what gets everyone to come and play with us. So we definitely are involved with the recruiting.
That's great. I got to ask you, these are the serious questions. So what's the favorite junk food for you?
Oh, I love ice cream.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. We have the Mad Willie's right across the street from school, and
Yeah.
yeah, I could probably eat ice cream every meal of the day.
Yeah. The food on campus is actually really good.
Oh my God, it's amazing. Yeah, you can, no matter what you eat, you can always find something.
Yeah. So how about in Framingham? Any place you guys really like to go?
We are big foodie people, so we will go anywhere. We just tried the new BJ's Brew House. That place
Okay.
was pretty good. Our absolute favorite is in Ashland, actually, Ashland Ale House.
Yeah.
We love that food. I mean, the vibe of that restaurant is our favorite. We spend a lot of time there.
Nice. That's my hometown, Ashland. So that's good. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Now, have you tried the Framingham Bakery pizza? Do you know that they're famous pizza?
no,
All
where's
right. Well,
that?
it's not far from campus. It's like some
Okay.
side streets near La Cantina, if you know where that is.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Near
Yeah.
Keefe Tech.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll have to get you
Okay.
guys some squares of that pizza. You can eat it cold.
Oh,
It's
yum.
best
Yes.
cold.
I'll never
Um,
say no to pizza.
yeah, I mean, I think that place has been around for probably 60 years, if not longer.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
so we need to get you on that pizza. Yeah. Well,
Awesome.
okay, and to wrap it up, so what do you want to do career wise? Are you still indecisive or
No, so I went into school as a biology major, and I still am a
great?
biology major. I'm pre-health, um, and I have a minor in neuroscience, and I am planning on going to physician assistant school
Awesome.
um, after all this. But I will be around. Technically, I'm going into my senior year, my 4th year, but I will be around for 5th year, just because I have that eligibility. So I've got 2 more years to figure it out, but that is the plan for now. And I spent the summer doing the internship at the doctor's office, which has been really awesome too. So definitely staying on that path.
Awesome. Well, Gwendolyn, good luck and thanks for doing this.
Thanks so much for having me. It was great.